Calgary Shaw.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Our province deals with many inconsistencies with funding of independent academic institutions. These colleges and universities receive block funding that does not require any achievement in enrollment. In fact, some even see declines in numbers. To the Minister of Advanced Education, why do we see these differences in funding?
The Minister, Honourable Minister of Advanced Education.
Well, Mr. Speaker, we inherited this system from the previous government and we're committed to making it better. Campus Alberta grants are not purely enrollment-based for any institution, be they independent or not. A review of this funding model is underway and the member can look forward to recommendations later this year. I'd like all members of this Assembly to know that this government is protecting and improving post-secondary education and all of the things that make life better for Albertans, and a better funding model will help achieve this.
For supplementary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that St. Mary's University in Calgary Shaw has a lower amount of funding per student compared to many other post-secondary institutions in the province, to the same minister, how is this government going to address this going forward?
Honourable Minister.
Well, firstly, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the honourable member for being such a tireless advocate for his constituency, including for independent schools like St. Mary's. Their operating grants go only to programs which are approved by government. So within these programs, the funding per student number is higher than it would be for the school overall. Budget 2017 for the third year in a row gives a 2% increase to all post-secondary institutions, including St. Mary's. Our government is committed to stable and predictable funding for all of our institutions. And as I said, the member can look forward to the results of the funding review that will be completed later this fall.
Second supplementary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that the government is looking into long-term funding sustainability of post-secondary education in Alberta, to the same minister, will independent post-secondaries have a voice in the conversation?
Honourable Minister.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I assure the member that independent academic institutions like St. Mary's will have been and will have a voice in these important conversations. St. Mary's in particular has played a significant role in our post-secondary system, and I'm proud of the work that they're doing in many areas, such as their Indigenous partnerships and initiatives. They've also been a great partner in this funding conversation, and I look forward to continuing to work together to make our system more affordable, accessible, and high quality for all of the students in Alberta.